Coming up next on This Week in Mizzou Basketball, more on this Mizzou sophomore and his incredible second season in a Tiger uniform. A look back to the undefeated season of 1994 and a buzzer beater that kept 14-0 alive. And we go one-on-one with head coach Kim Anderson. It's all next on This Week in Mizzou Basketball.
This Week in Mizzou Basketball is brought to you by Shelter Insurance. For your auto, home, and life, find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. Bud Light, who reminds fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Missouri Orthopedic Institute, we've got your back. Purina Pro Plan, nutrition that performs. And your local Trusted Choice independent insurance agent. Visit trustedchoice.com to find an agent in your area.
And welcome to another edition of This Week in Mizzou Basketball. I'm Ben Arnett with the head coach, Kim Anderson. We're going to get a nice story later on in the show from Lauren Holman about Jonathan Williams III, and we're going to look back to 1994 and a buzzer beater over Oklahoma State. Coach, let's talk about what's going on with your team right now. First and foremost, we'd love to get a health update on Wes Clark. Fans who saw the South Carolina game saw really, gruesome sounding and looking injury to his arm, but what's the latest on him and how's Wes feeling?
Well, he was in a great deal of pain. Obviously, people that watched the game on TV could tell that he had gone down and it was not pretty. At this point, he dislocated his elbow, and fortunately, and thankful for the medical people at South Carolina who were able to actually put it back in place there on the floor. And so the latest update is there's nothing permanent, but he'll be out probably the rest of the year. I think the number people are using is 6 weeks. So fortunately for Wes, nothing permanent as far as his elbow goes, but it would be doubtful he would play the rest of the year.
And of course, we hope you all understand in respect to Wes and how bad that injury was. We're not going to show that to you again here on the show, but it's good to hear that it's a positive overall outlook for Wes, and he's had such a good year, and I guess that's the real downside to it is he can't develop anymore this year because he was playing so well.
Well, he was, and he had kind of become he and Keith and Jonathan had kind of emerged now as the go-to guys we had talked about a lot on this show during the year that we needed, and had continued to play extremely hard, even when we weren't winning, and. So I feel terrible for him, but he's a tough kid. He'll get through this. We've got great medical people here in Columbia and at the University of Missouri. So it'll take some time to heal, but certainly by late spring he should be back, hopefully back near 100%.
We all know what a tough stretch it's been, and also off the court, you've had to make some decisions that head coaches don't like to have to make with regard to suspensions, but it's part of your job, I know. Whenever you have to have that kind of a conversation and that kind of discipline with a young player, what do you hope that they get out of it, and what's your personal philosophy behind that?
Well, I think the main thing that I'm trying to do and our staff is trying to do is that we want to help guys mature and grow up, and there have to be a certain number of guidelines if you're going to have a team, and any organization, any business has some guidelines, and unfortunately those guidelines were broken, and I know there's been discussion about perhaps me being too strict or whatever. I don't think so. I really don't. And I think if anyone that was sitting in my seat and these same occurrences happen, I would think they would do the same thing. And it's not. I'm not mad. I'm not. It's not that I don't like them, but when you're on a team, there has to be some guidelines, and there are some guidelines, and they're not strict, they're not hard, they're not unreasonable, and I'm looking forward to getting through it, getting past it. But if I had to do again, I'd do the same thing.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time and your candor, and we'll talk to you later in the show.
All right, thanks, man.
Let's take a look at the latest action on the court with the Tigers and the Bud Light highlight.
Mizzou tangled with Texas A&M for the second time this season on a Saturday evening at Mizzou Arena. And as they have so many times this season, the Tigers jumped to an early lead.
And right now you see Post getting the easy dunk in the middle off of the West Clark penetration.
Clark on a deep three.
If you want to get a win on your home floor, you're going to need a number of those.
The second of back-to-back Daniel House three-pointers surged the Aggies back in front.
Step back three by Schamberger.
And that's a huge shot by Schamberger. He scored the last 5 points.
The Missouri coach flirting with a technical foul.
Yeah, but you got to love the coach fighting for his team.
Clark feeling it tonight.
Wes Clark pulled Mizzou within 7 at halftime, and the Tigers kept the game close early in the second half.
Been a great program for a lot of years here in the state of Missouri. Williams gets the friendly bounce off the front iron.
Yeah, this is my first visit here, and it's been a great experience, and getting to come here as we see Robertson with the hoop and the opportunity for the and one. So they can find a way really to put some pressure on the Aggie offense or defense and then turn it into offense at the other end. Just like that, they can get this crowd involved and find a way to build some energy getting back into this game. A&M has stayed with this zone and it's made it difficult, except for when you have an errant pass that finds its way.
But Jakeenan Gant's electrifying dunks could only do so much, as 4 different Aggies scored in double figures to lead Texas A&M to an 83-61 win. Badly in need of a victory, the Tigers traveled to the other Columbia to face the South Carolina Gamecocks, and Mizzou jumped on top 2-0 thanks to Keanu Post.
Tip in good, Keanu Post.
But South Carolina scored the game's next 12 points to take control on their home floor. It was an uphill battle, but the Tigers fought all the way back.
Schamberger will shoot the 3, and he's got 8. He is keeping them alive right now.
With Mizzou back in the game, Wes Clark began to shine on both ends of the floor.
Clark to the basket, got it. Tough floater over traffic. Up ahead to Johnson. Wes Clark stuffs it. Wes Clark skies to stuff Tyrone Johnson.
And the Tigers caught a little luck late in the first half to tie the game up at intermission.
Couldn't get it to go, and somehow it goes.
Knotted up at the half, it didn't take long for the Tigers to take control early in the second.
Schamberger, who had a big first half as well with 8 points. Jonathan Williams III looking for his first field goal, and he got it. Wild off-balance shot.
Don't think that's the shot.
Now down court to Bello, and Missouri regains the lead. His first 2 of the game.
But Mizzou suffered a sobering blow when sophomore Wes Clark suffered a severe arm injury, with the Tigers down by 7, about 13 minutes to go. But his Mizzou teammates rallied back.
D'Angelo Allen, number 5, is into the game. Deuce Bello will play significantly more minutes, and a 3 from Schamberger. He's got 11.
Need a basket right here, does Mizzou. There it is. Nice. That's the high-low. You cut in the middle of the zone.
But South Carolina just had too much for Mizzou on this night as Sindarius Thornwell led all scorers with 14 points, and the Gamecocks won it 65-60.
Are you up for whatever?
This is Matt. We saw him holding a Bud Light, which means he's up for whatever.
I'm on a tempo!
Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens.
Has this ever happened to you? Or this? Will this make your memoirs? At Shelter Insurance, we can't iron out all the glitches in modern life. But we can manage your auto, home, and life insurance just fine. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
The day after the Tigers win, you can get 50% off your regular menu price order by ordering online at papajohns.com with the promo code TigersWin, only at papajohns.com. It's time for the Edward Jones Tiger Cage. And this week inside the Edward Jones Tiger Cage, it is freshman forward Jakeenan Gant, the former Mr. Georgia basketball, who we're recognizing for his play on the court so far this year. And Jakeenan, what would you say you've learned most this season as we're hitting the home stretch of your first year here as a Missouri Tiger?
That I got to get stronger, and you can't take a play off, and you got to play every play and just work hard every day and get better.
A lot of players realize they need to put on a little extra weight, bulk up a little bit after their freshman year. What's the game plan for that? What's the best way to put on that weight the right way?
Eating healthy, not just like going through the motions and stuff. You really got to lift weights and stuff.
So it sounds like, kind of the commitment that you have to have for college basketball. Is that something that's really dawned on you and that you've learned a lot about this year?
Yes, sir. Waking up every day, having practice, having film every day. It's cool. He work on some things like explosiveness and upper body strength, everything like that.
When you get out there on the floor and you get your chances here in your freshman year, what do you think has really gone well for you? And at the same time, what do you really feel like you need to work on? And would you like to improve upon going into your sophomore season?
Putting the ball on the floor more and still getting stronger and just having more confidence in my game.
You can tell that those fans love it whenever you go up for one of those patented power dunks, though, can't you?
Yeah. I like dunking. So,
what's so fun about dunking? It may seem obvious, but tell us.
It gets the fans involved, everybody involved, and more energy.
And as you get ready to finish out here, what are your main focuses as we head into the final 7 or 8 games of your freshman season?
Just win some games. Try to win some more games and just finish out strong.
How much, just kind of in general, have you guys appreciated the support you've gotten from the fans this year?
Oh, we love to support all the fans. It gets us riled up when we see them come in the gym and just have our back every game for those who came.
Well, we need to see more fans this weekend. Saturday, 3 p.m. is the next game as Mizzou takes on Mississippi State, and you'll get to see the high flyer, Jakeenan Gant and company. Jakeenan, thanks for your time, and congrats so far on a nice freshman season.
Thank you.
That's Jakeenan Gant this week inside the Edward Jones Tiger Cage. Big thanks to him, and a big thanks to Edward Jones, a proud supporter of Mizzou Athletics. For more information or to find your nearest Edward Jones financial advisor, just visit edwardjones.com. And now it's time for our Missouri Orthopedic Institute Player of the Week, and we honor Wes Clark. The sophomore from Detroit scored 15 points and dished out 6 assists against Texas A&M. Then he was playing real well with 11 points in the scorebook before he suffered that injured elbow against South Carolina. Of course, we certainly wish Wes a speedy recovery. Player of the Week, sponsored by Missouri Orthopedic Institute. We've got your back.
This is Sean. We saw him holding a Bud Light, which means he's up for whatever happens. In this case, Jimmy Johnson.
I, Jimmy Johnson, challenge you to a little football game. Don't get nervous.
Are we ready? I'm ready. Jimmy Johnson has dominated the electric football circuit.
Yeah, look at the little Jimmy run. He's hurt. He's pushing through. He's pushing through.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's a winner.
Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens.
If your dog can dream it, Purina Pro Plan can help him achieve it. Purina Pro Plan's bioavailable formulas deliver optimal nutrient absorption. Purina Pro Plan, nutrition that performs.
Thank you.
Right now, get any large original or flatbread sausage pizza for only $10. Casey's, famous for pizza.
And welcome back to This Week in Mizzou Basketball. It's certainly been a season of growth for the entire Tiger team, but perhaps nobody has undergone more of a transformation than Jonathan Williams III. Lauren Holman has more on the super sophomore from Memphis, who you don't want to make angry.
It's clear Jonathan Williams III isn't the same player he was a year ago.
I think he's just really confident. You see it on the court.
In his second season in the SEC, the 6'9" forward from Memphis, Tennessee, is starting to realize his potential.
I just learned a lot. That experience, that 1 year experience, like you get to have, and it's like a big key to it. And just going out there, just having fun again, and believing in myself. I can do all things. You know what I'm saying, on the court.
And the numbers speak for themselves. Double-doubles are a common occurrence, and Williams has more than doubled his scoring output from his freshman to his sophomore season.
And even now, he doesn't stop working. I think it's paid off really well for him.
The key to his success? Aggression. The mild-mannered kid from Memphis has found a way to morph into someone else when he hits the floor.
When I'm off the court, I want to be the nicest guy I can be, friendly. Hey, how you doing? Hope you have a good night. Hope you have a good day. But on the court, that's when the beats have to come out.
One might even say J3's ability to channel his inner angst is incredible.
Dr. Banner, now might be a really good time for you to get angry.
That's my secret, Captain. I'm always angry.
I'm always mad. I'm just playing. It was an Incredible Hulk statement, right? He said in the movie. It was kind of funny, but I'm not always mad. I'm always happy, but just on the court, I just gotta play mad, play angry. I guess I play better when I'm mad anyway, so I just gotta let the anger out.
It's a Hulk-like transformation that's helping J3 up his game, making him unstoppable on both ends of the floor. For This Week in Mizzou Basketball, I'm Lauren Holman.
Thanks so much, Lauren. Hey, don't forget, voting is still open in the next round of the Coaches Charity Challenge. Coach Anderson is trying to raise money for the Boys and Girls Club of Columbia so they can have some much-needed funds. So vote for Coach Anderson every single day at espn.com/infinity to help the cause.
If your dog can dream it, Purina Pro Plan can help him achieve it. Purina Pro Plan's bioavailable formulas deliver optimal nutrient absorption. Purina Pro Plan, nutrition that performs.
The Top 25 is brought to you by Shelter Insurance. For a free auto, home, and life insurance protection review, visit your local Shelter agent or find us on the web at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter. On their way to 14-0 in 1994, the undefeated Big 8 champion Missouri Tigers needed some last-second heroics along the way. And that was the case on February 12, 1994, when the Tigers hosted Big Country Bryant Reeves and the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Entering the game 8-0 in the Big 8, Mizzou raced to a big lead in front of a sold-out Hearn Center crowd.
Reeves off balance and taken away. Melvin Booker fouled, count the basket. And the Tigers are on the board quickly, and their defense did it.
Well, that's the strength that this club has been this year, really strong. Great way to start to score off your defense.
Norm says he's about as tough a kid as I've ever had here. He's a break from Watertown, South Dakota, and another steal, and Winfield as the layup. The Tiger defense just mauling Oklahoma State. Booker gives it up. Mark Atkins from way outside. Whoa! Mark Atkins nailed it.
Mizzou led by 12 at halftime, but the drama was just beginning to unfold.
Thompson always got Burley wide open, and he got blocked inside by Kelly Thames, knocked it back at him.
And we've seen some big-time blocks in this game that's saved 60 points, and there's Booker.
Oh, what a swing. The Cowboys take it down to Reeves. Inside he goes, and the shot is good.
Boy, was that a nice entry pass. This is what we were expecting, wasn't it?
Lamont Frazier with the answer for Missouri. 77% shooter, could tie it. And does.
Clutch free throw.
That's Randy Rutherford defending Booker.
Giving him a pick.
He lost it in the lane, but picked up by Kelly Thames. And it's good. with 2 seconds to play. Kelly Thames got a loose ball and scores with 2 seconds to play.
Kelly Thames twisted around the 7-foot frame of Big Country to hit the game winner, and Mizzou's pursuit of perfection remained alive and well.
And time to wrap things up here on This Week in Mizzou Basketball with head coach Kim Anderson. Coach, another couple big games coming up in the league. It starts Saturday, 3 p.m. right here at Mizzou Arena against Mississippi State. First time we've seen the Bulldogs this year.
And a much improved team. Rick Ray's done a great job. I think this is his 3rd year, and they're a basketball team that kind of similar to South Carolina in that they're going to really get after you defensively. And, you know, he has done a tremendous job building that program over a 3-year period, and I'm sure he's not where, you know, they're not up at the top yet, but they've certainly made some great advances. So it'll be a tough game for us.
Had some bigger, better crowds for these Saturday home games here in Columbia, and that's got to have a tremendous impact on the game for your guys.
Well, it does, and you know we've talked about that, and you know obviously we're not having a great year, and so for me to sit up here and say criticize fans or something would be stupid. You know, we appreciate all the people who have come, and that does help us. We look forward to you know putting a better product on the floor as time goes on. But I'm not going to apologize for these kids. I mean, they've played hard. They've had some tough circumstances, and I think that the crowd always helps. So. If you're in doubt, I hope you'll come out Saturday afternoon in Mizzou Arena. I think we only have 3 more home games, so it'd be a great opportunity to come out and watch us play.
When this place is full, it is a fun time and a great atmosphere. Then you'll travel south to Fayetteville, the rivalry rematch with Arkansas after that close game here. And what would you like to see your guys do maybe differently to adjust to Arkansas and get a win this time?
Well, you know, you got to be able to handle their pressure, and certainly we did a good job here in Columbia. We were able to handle their pressure for the most part, and you know, we came 1 point short. So, you know, hopefully we'll go down there and play with that same type of intensity and handle the ball as well as we did here. You know, they're a very explosive team. You know, Portis and Qualls are just really, really good players. 2 of the best players in our league, if not, you know, amongst the best in the country. So it'll be you know, that'll be a difficult game, but they're all difficult. So, you know, we'll go down there and play. I know they'll have a great crowd down there. It'll be a great environment.
Well, Coach, thanks as always. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, man.
That's head coach Kim Anderson. I'm Ben Arnett. We really appreciate you watching. Big thanks to our entire Mizzou Network crew, and we'll see you next week right here on This Week in Mizzou Basketball.
This Week in Mizzou Basketball was brought to you by Shelter Insurance. For your auto, home, and life, find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. Bud Light, who reminds fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Casey's General Store. Casey's, famous for pizza. Missouri Orthopedic Institute. We've got your back. And your local Trusted Choice independent insurance agent. Visit trustedchoice.com to find an agent in your area.